Hello, good morning. Sridhar once again with a new video today. Today's topic is about pricing. Okay. How to convince customers on pricing. So the role is this the role of a real estate agent? Yes, no. So if you feel that no, sir, why should I do? Because it is a seller's property and seller has quoted certain price. So why I should get involved in the pricing part of it? Good thinking. It's right only. Buyer is paying the price. So what is our role? Actually, our role is a mediator role. The agent's role is to bring the buyer to the seller, put them before them, let them talk to each other, and if the seller wants to give whatever discount, let him give. If buyer wants to pay whatever higher amount he wants to pay, let him pay. Let them go and match it, and then let them buy. And once the deal happens, then we are eligible for our brokerage. We'll take our brokerage. This could be one of the thinking process of real estate agents. 85% of the people are in this kind of thinking mode. Now, I want you to be in that 15% category. So if you have to be in that 15% category, you must take certain initiative. The initiative is, you see, you will be paid actually for the service which you are doing beyond what is required. Beyond call of duty, if you do, it will be appreciated. You see, for example, what is the role of a server in a hotel? The role of a server in a hotel is to go serve tea, coffee, food, anything that happens. Okay, anything that happen that is required to be delivered to the customer who has come into the restaurant is his job. That is the role of a waiter. Right now, if he does that job, the boss is happy, the staff peer group is happy, and he will be paid for whatever services he is providing. Now, what is called beyond call of duty for that person? The customer is sitting there. One is, he looks at the customer and does something more beyond that. What is that more beyond it, right? For example, he initiates a dialogue, a discussion with him and say that, sir, hope you're happy with the food. The taste is okay. Is that fine? So do you require something extra? Do you require chutney, more chutney? Do you require the sabji more? These are certain questions which you are trying to give him to make him feel that he's very important, and you are providing something which is not, supposing you had not asked this question also, he would not have felt bad. After having the food, suppose you go and give him the bill, he will pay and go. But you took some interest in that customer, asking something which is beyond your duty. Right? If you're doing that, then you are providing excellent service to that person. And if you are providing excellent service, the law, universal law, the law which money law, which says you deserve more money for that kind of service. So similarly here, while in the property dealing, what is important for you to do in convincing both the seller and the buyer on pricing particularly? Okay. They both have agreed to each other to some ballpark number, and then there is a small differential value in which you need to bridge the gap and then make sure that the deal happens. Let us assume that the number, the gap is something like about 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs, kind of this thing. Okay, this is the kind of gap that is there. This is very easily manageable. This kind of gap is very easily manageable. How? Go to the seller and say that, sir, now there is a difference of only about 3 to 4 lakhs. The buyer seems to be interested in the property. So it's only a question of 3 to 4 lakhs kind of a thing. So see how you can see. The seller obviously will say that it is not possible and all that. Okay. Then give him a suggestion that, see, in the car parking area that you have, is there a place where which is very difficult to sell, in the sense the car parking area could be somewhere in the corner, taking the car to the corner and going inside. will be a problem, right? And but the that car parking space people generally don't prefer. These kind of situations will be there in the area. So the seller might start getting it. Yeah, correct. That's the same. So you see, the normal car parking charge that you're charging here is X amount, right? Why don't you give him that car parking area? I will talk to the buyer and say that this is where you have to compromise on this, right? And then if he is agreeable, that this gap can be filled up, and then we can do something about it. So it is one good thought, okay? Or let's say that you tell him that, okay, do one thing. I will get you, supposing an interior person is there, they will have to go for interior work later on. If the interior work is required, you recommend somebody and tell him that I would rather get some good discount from this person. You can take quotation from your own vendor, and whatever is the quotation that you are getting from your vendor for the same job, I'll be able to get you a better, about 15% or 20% discount on the interior work. So this way what happens that you're trying to give the buyer a certain other values. For the seller also, you're trying to help him in trying to liquidate some of the stock which is not that easily sellable. But you should not go and dump it on the buyer. Buyer will not feel happy about it. To the buyer, you must tell him, sir, your normal dedicated car parking area is this. This is the car parking area. But since you are finding it difficult to match that 3 to 4 lakhs gap which is there, so what I suggest is, why don't you take that car parking area? It's not difficult. You may have to take a little bit of difficulty in going and parking there, that's all. But the space is okay enough. It is in the corner. What do you say? If you do this, perhaps he might reduce some cost in that. And he also says that, okay, he will try to get some discount from the interior. You might think that he might give some inferior quality and all those things. Don't worry about that. You take a quotation from your interior director separately, and then you don't even share that quotation value to him. Okay. The same thing, ask the person who is being recommended by the seller to give you the quotation and see if there is a difference between the rates, and see whether he can give at a cheaper rate. This way you can save some money and ultimately the property. So there could be a gap of 1 or 2 lakhs even then. That 1 or 2 lakhs, he will not mind after that, because there has been some sort of way you have found out in trying to make the deal happen. So this is the actual role of real estate agent. So do you think you can do something in this manner? Buyer says 10 lakhs come karo. So 10 lakhs come karenge, no problem. Can we remove 1 bedroom and then reduce the price to 10 lakhs? Okay, by 10 lakhs, is it okay? Which means if you are going for a 3-bedroom flat, right? Don't go for 3-bedroom flat because you want 10 lakhs difference. The 10 lakhs, if you go for a 2 BHK flat, you might get 10 lakhs lesser in the same building. So is that okay? This is how you should handle the buyer and also the seller. Okay. Now, when you go to a provision store and ask for some item, generally they will try to say, we have got alternate product. That is, supposing you are asking for a particular brand, Tata Salt, for example. You say that Tata Salt I want. He doesn't have. The provision store person doesn't have. A good businessman, what he will try to do is, he will say, sir, ma'am, I have Arogya Salt. Why don't you take it? This is very nice. Take it. Try it out and see. He will give you Arogya Salt. Salt is salt, no? Only thing is brand is different. Okay. But a good businessman will always try to sell what he has. He will try to do that. So you have to find a way of how a product can be sold to a buyer. Buyer's requirement also has to be met. Buyer's pricing also has to be met. Buyer should be happy. At the same time, you have a product. This product has to be sold. Seller should be kept happy. So seller also should compromise and understand buyer's requirement. And you have to educate these two people and then mediate and then close the deal. This is how you can do it. Do you think it's a good idea? If it is a good idea, just comment below and say that, yeah, what you told me is a very good idea. Okay. I think, see, I'm forgetting telling you that you guys should put your comments and all that. But when you put comments and ask some questions, it'll trigger my mind, and I'll be coming out with a new video and then give you some solutions to all that. Okay. Thank you so much for patiently hearing this. Bye-bye. See you.